Hey guys, it's Seth from JT Mods. Thanks for joining us on the channel today. Today I'm going to be playing the People's Champ. So what we're going to be looking at today is the phone mount. We're going to look at the Bulletproof product and the D67. Before we get started, who are you rocking with? This is one of the first mods that I see people do on their Jeeps when they first get it. I personally haven't made that decision yet. And the reason for that is I've had a hard time distinguishing the two products. So I wanted to bring them both to the table, lay them out side by side, look at the differences, see which one works best for me. And then at the very end of the video, I want to give one of these away. I've got two phone mounts, one Jeep. So I want to make sure the people that support my channel have an opportunity to win one of these. So make sure you stick with us to the end of the video. Let's go ahead and jump into these products and see what we've got here. Before we unbox the Bulletproof product, I do want to share with you guys, for full transparency, I did reach out to both manufacturers before creating this video and asked them, I told them exactly what I was going to do. I was going to do a review of both products head to head, and I asked them if they would be willing to provide the product for the review. So I do want to state this and just understand that this will not sway my opinion and my review at all. Bulletproof did step up and said they would be happy to provide the product for a head-to-head comparison. D67 did respectfully decline. Again, that's not going to impact my review at all. I'm going to give you guys straightforward. We're going to look at it side by side. We're going to do some weight measurement on each. And we're going to take a look at it, how it kind of performs to the best that we can in the vehicle. As you'll see later, I can't fully mount either one because both of them have 3M adhesive stick on the bottom, and we're not going to put that fully on since we're going to switch out both mounts. But we will mount them both in with screws, and we will do some driving tests just to make sure that the phone holds up and the stability and things like that. But anyways, bottom line, I wanted to be very 100% transparent. That's always my goal with you guys. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the unboxing of the Bulletproof product first. The Bulletproof product comes in a really nice box. It's very compact. Once you open it up, it comes with the instructions, which is really nice. You have a sticker, and then this is really just who to contact if you have any issues. So, but once you actually dive into the box, I love the way that all of the parts are actually styrofoamed in. We'll pull them out individually and take a look. So this is the main mount that has both of the balls on it. On the back side, we've got the adhesive tape that I just mentioned. We've got the mounting hardware. This is to mount your GoPro. So we've got that mount there. One thing I really love about this is they actually provide a screwdriver as well, which is really cool. Makes it convenient. This is the short arm. This is for your phone mount. So got that there. This is the actual phone mount itself. Very sturdy. And then last but not least, a little cool extra added touch is this bullet. It's actually a pretty nifty bottle opener. So that's pretty cool that they include that as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the difference of how D67 packages their product, and then we'll start to look at things side by side. The D67 product comes packaged a little different, as you can see. This here is a standard shipping box. I've actually taken a box cutter and cut the flaps off just to make it easier to work with on film. They actually box their products individually. And I believe, I'm making an assumption here, but I believe that the reason for that is if you're familiar with their products or their website, they let you build your own kit. So you can build your own kit. They have some that are pre-built that you can add on to. So I think that's probably why their packaging is not as set as Bulletproof, but I'm still going to open them up individually and just quickly show you each product. So here is the mounting arm. This is the short mounting arm, the D67. Here is the D67 phone mount, as you can see is substantial as well. This is the GoPro mount. This is the actual rail mount, which as you can see is different than the Bulletproof product, which we'll talk about shortly after this, after we finish unboxing. And then last but not least, a little different take. So you have one of the mounting balls here, but also your instructions. So as you can see, the instructions are a little different. These instructions actually, if you take a picture of this, it will take you to their online step-by-step instructions rather than a paper instructions that came with the Bulletproof product. So just a little bit different take on the instructions, but the instructions are provided as well. Before we go any further, let's talk about the fact that I do want to acknowledge I am comparing apples and oranges a little bit. I want to talk about that, and I also want to talk about pricing. So we just unboxed both products, and what you saw with the D67 versus the Bulletproof is you saw the rail mount. And the rail mount is intended, and I'll just kind of show you as I'm talking here, but the rail mount is intended to give you the option to mount multiple products. So meaning you can mount your phone, your iPad, and then also your GoPro, where the Bulletproof product that I have specifically has 2 mount positions. And in the mount positions, you've got your phone and your GoPro. And so let me talk about the reason I did that. So the reason that I did that is I felt like with D67, one of the more popular products is the rail mount. So I really wanted to see that in person. However, with Bulletproof, their latest product, this is the Steel Series. This is a new product for them. I wanted to see it and feel it and touch the steel so that it would be kind of comparable to the D67. So we're going to actually put both of these on the scale so that we can see products that are alike, kind of what the weight difference is, so that I always like to touch and feel products that I buy from a quality perspective. And so I'm hoping that sharing with you guys through the video, the weights, you can kind of get an idea of how substantial these parts are. Not to say that if one is heavier than the other that it's better. I personally would like to know that, and so I want to share that with you. But again, back to pricing on these. This setup here with the rail mount and the GoPro added, the GoPro mount added is $180. The Bulletproof setup that has the phone mount and the GoPro mount is $79.99. Now, to be fair, the D67, they offer a similar product that it's not mounted the same way on the same mount. It has 2 separate mounts, one that would go on the left and one that would go on the right, one for your phone, one for your GoPro. But it is also, right now, it's $79. On their website, it's $115, but it's marked down to $79. I'm not sure how long that's been that way. I'm not sure, quite frankly, if that has something to do with competing with Bulletproof. I don't know. But I do know that they have it listed at $115, marked down today, the day that I'm shooting this video, for $79. So essentially, the same price, they do have the same setup. So again, I just wanted to make sure that I note that for the audience, that it is a little bit of apples and oranges, but you are getting a first-hand look at the quality of each, the weight of each, the presentation of each, and then we're also going to look at the performance to the best degree that we can when we put it in the Jeep. So what we're going to do from the parts perspective, we're going to go ahead and individually take the parts that do match up and that are the same, and we're going to weigh them individually so that you can see the different weights. Take it for what it's worth. I just want to share that with you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and weigh each component, even if it's not similar. So, for example, we're going to go ahead and start with the rail mount. here to include the extra mounting ball. So as you can see there, that's 7.2 ounces. I'll set that aside. In comparison with the actual mounting plate, that actually, this one has 2 mounting balls, but 6.4 ounces for the Bulletproof product. Then now a lot of these the rest of the products should line up. So this is the actual D67 short arm, 4.2 ounces. This is the Bulletproof short arm, 6.6 ounces. This is the D67 GoPro mount, 1.8 ounces. This is the Bulletproof GoPro mount, 3 ounces. And then the last part is the D67 universal phone mount, 3.6 ounces. And then last but not least, the Bulletproof phone mount, 3.6 ounces. All right, so we've got our Sunrider top open so we can get more light. I'm not going to go through the install. I don't want to bore you. It's a simple install, but I do want to just quickly show you, if you don't already have one of these products, I just want you to see kind of where it goes, and then also how we're going to mount it for the test. So I'm going to take a quick look real quick. This part up here literally just snaps out. It's just got some rubber inserts that's holding it in. But for our test, there's 2 screws. There's one here and there's one here. So there's one on each side. Both screws will be used to mount the D67 rail. Only this screw will be used to mount the Bulletproof. But we're not going to glue it in, and we're not going to drill holes just to do the testing. But we are going to go ahead and mount it. I think it's a pretty tight fit. And then we'll put our phone on there, and we'll put the GoPro on, and we'll drive around. We're going to have to get a little bit creative. Right now we're under shelter in place, so can't do too much driving. Obviously can't make it to the trails, but I think we can probably get creative and find some speed bumps or something, just to kind of give you some idea of confidence that your phone doesn't fall out when you go over bumps or when you go over things like that. So we'll do our best there, but I just want to give you a quick look. I'm going to go ahead and put one of the units in, and then we'll get on the road and test it out. So we have the Bulletproof mounted, we've got the phone and the GoPro in. We were able to find some speed bumps, so we're gonna go ahead and give this a run. All right, so we're coming up on our first speed bump here. Get a little speed. All right, good. Second speed bump, a little more speed. Okay, handled that pretty well. Guys, what I'd say is that from actually being able to feel and touch both of the phone mounts, the springs that they have in there are very strong. So I don't anticipate either one of these mounts to drop the phone. These are not cheap mounts. But nonetheless, trying to be the people's champ, I definitely want to give you at least something to compare it to, something to look at as you're making your purchasing decision. So we've got 2 more ahead. We're going to go ahead and get a little more speed and see if we can give it another run. All right. I have to slow down here. We got the Honda in front of us, so anyways, I think that gives you an idea. There's no way to simulate being on a trail or out wheeling. However, what I would say in my opinion is that this phone is not gonna, this mount is not gonna drop your phone. Now, the way that I have it adjusted as far as the screw to be able to move it up, down, over time, could that come loose? Sure, absolutely. But obviously you can tighten it and then, reposition it however you want. But I would have no concern with either one of these mounts. And we're going to take a look at the D67 next. I'm going to switch them out. But I wouldn't have any concern that it's going to actually drop my phone. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and switch these out and we'll take a look at the D67. Okay, so in trying to switch these out, I realized that in my order with D67, it was short one of the mounting balls that goes on the rail. So we only have one. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and continue the test. I'm going to go ahead and just mount the phone mount. We're going to run the same course. We won't have the GoPro footage, or we'll have the GoPro on there, but you'll still get a look at how it performs, how it holds up on the speed bumps. So we're going to go ahead and finish that. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting this on, and we'll go ahead and wrap this up. I'll call D67 tomorrow. I'm sure they'll send one right out. All right, so we're going to run the same course, and we're going to see how the phone holds up to the speed bumps. All right, coming up on speed bump number 1. All right, here's one down, one to go. Here we go. As you can tell, it held up very well. I'm gonna make the circle and go ahead and go through the next 2. I have to admit, guys, this is kind of fun. Another Jeeper there. It's funny, the things that you think are fun when you've been in quarantine. All right. And last but not least. All right. I'm not going to repeat everything I said, kind of speaking at the performance of the D67, same as the Bulletproof. With the way that they're made and having the opportunity to actually have them in my hand and kind of inspect them, see the strength of the springs, I don't anticipate that either one of these are going to drop your phone. So with that being said, I think they both performed well. Let's go ahead and we'll get back to the house, and then I'll do a full summary and conclusion of my thoughts of the products. All right, guys, I just wanted to provide my final thoughts of the review. So we've unpackaged both products. We've weighed them. We've seen the weight differences. We've taken them and tested them the best that we could. So I'm just going to kind of provide you my final thoughts. And then at the end of the day, like it always is, it's your purchasing decision. But I hope that this video has helped. In my mind, it comes to one overarching question that you have to answer when you're looking at buying one of these 2 products. And that question is, how many items do I want to mount? So if you want to mount more than your phone or your GoPro, then I think D67 is your product, right? Because from what I can see today, Bulletproof doesn't offer a mount system for anything past the phone and the GoPro, which is fine. I think that meets a lot of people's needs. So, but I do want to highlight that. One thing I do want to provide an update. I did wait till today to finish the review and finish the summary because I wanted the opportunity to call D67. As you saw earlier in the video, we were missing one of the mount balls for the actual GoPro mount, and I wanted to get an answer to that before I wrapped up the video. And what I learned is it wasn't missing. You have to buy it in addition to. So I was a little disappointed in that because I'm already where we're sitting today. This is $180, so that additional ball takes this setup to $200, and that's just to get you with the phone and the GoPro mount. Now again, having the rail gives you the opportunity to then buy an iPad mount or additional products that you want to mount. But from what I can tell, that's going to be the iPad mount alone is another 100 plus. And then you have to buy another arm and another ball. So you're starting to get up into, another 100 and, it might be $130 to $150 to mount your iPad. So then you're at $300 to $350 by the time you have all of that mounted. So if you're okay with spending that and that's what you want to do, I think this is a great setup for that. But if you're just looking to mount your phone and or GoPro, I would say the Bulletproof product is fantastic for that. And then also D67, even though we didn't get to actually review it, has a setup as well. The one thing I'd say there, I mentioned it earlier, today when you look at it online, it's $115, it's marked down to $79. I don't know if that's a permanent markdown or not. So if the price is equal, then the decision's yours. I think they're both great products. I think the weight shows you and gives you an idea that they're made of material, like good material, heavy material that's going to hold up, substantial. Then it really just comes down to maybe the look and the design and what you like and what you don't like. For me personally, one thing that I would add as well, which is important to me if I were only looking for the GoPro on the phone, is Bulletproof does give 10% of their profits every year to the armed forces. To me, that's important. If I have two products that are equal in price and quality, and I know that part of my money is going to support the armed forces, that's important to me. It may not be to you, and that's okay, but I do want to mention that. So again, I hope that this helped. I know that I mentioned at the beginning of the video that we're going to give one of these away, and so we're going to be giving away the Bulletproof mounting system. And I'll give you the reason why. I really like both of these products, and so it didn't really come down to, hey, I like this one more, I like that one less. For me, it came down to my intent in the next year. I would like to go to Moab, and I would like to go to Colorado, and some of the places that when I had my JK I didn't go. And when I do go, I actually do want to use my iPad for some of those trails. But to be honest, historically, I've never had a desire to mount my iPad. So that was never a thing for me. So if it weren't for that, I would probably be going with the Bulletproof product, or I would actually. I know that I would. But because I'm already invested $200 here, and I know I want to mount my iPad for some of my future trips, I'm going to go ahead and hang on to this one. And we're going to do a giveaway with the Bulletproof product, which again, I'm stoked about because it's a great product. I'm really happy to be able to give it to someone that's supporting the channel. So how that's going to work is, number one, it's only going to be open to the US, so we'll only ship inside of the US. And all you have to do to enter to win is subscribe to the channel and comment below in this video. I'm going to leave a link to both products so that if you're interested in either product, you'll be able to get to it easily. Other than that, I mean, you guys are probably familiar with these products, so it's not hard to find. And specifically to D67, build out what you want if that's the route you go. But my whole goal here was to show you my thought when I saw these two products was, one of these products is probably cheesy, and I don't want to buy it and be disappointed to find out. So I wanted to see them side by side. And what I feel like we've learned is they're both legitimate options. So I'll end with that, and I'll say thank you to Bulletproof for providing the product for the review. I really do appreciate that. If you found this review helpful, entertaining, please like the video below, subscribe to the channel, support the channel. We really appreciate it. Would also love to hear from you in the comments, any comments or questions that you have. I really enjoy getting those and providing additional feedback. So thanks again for all of your support, and hope to see you next time.